Okay, so I was in New York for the Red Bull Racing 2023 season launch. I got the privilege of being there. Right there, exactly. I was standing right there. It was a fucking insane experience being there in person, seeing the event live, getting to interview the drivers and stuff as well. Everything from the event is over on my socials, Instagram and Twitter, as well as some content coming soon to TikTok, as well as this YouTube channel. But I wanted to hop on a video and kind of discuss the event as a whole now that I'm home and talk about the livery, just like I do with every other car launch. Obviously, this isn't going to be my first reaction to the event or the car, but I'll talk you through how I kind of felt in the moment and what I thought in the moment. And yeah, just overall give my thoughts like I do with every team's launch and every team's livery. Now, it is an hour-long event. That was probably the thing I found the most unfortunate about this event is, and obviously being a part of the event as well and like somewhat, you know, in the inside to some degree and like hearing certain things. I think the idea of doing it in New York was great. The presence that Formula One now has in America with 3 American races, you know, the new edition of Las Vegas, obviously Ford coming on as a partner as well, American company. It made sense to do it in New York, the first ever team launch in New York. Now, what I thought was happening was because AlphaTauri were doing their launch in New York and announced it first. If you didn't know, it's New York Fashion Week this week, so that's why AlphaTauri is doing it in New York. I thought Red Bull were just doing it in New York as well to kind of like have everything in New York and, you know, both Red Bull companies and blah, blah, blah. But apparently it seemed like it was separate decisions and it was a coincidence that they both were doing it in New York, which was interesting to me. Red Bull's always been known as a company to do such insane things. You know, they literally sent someone from fucking space. You know, the videos that they do with the Red Bull cars. You know, for instance, that weekend, they literally had Liam Lawson in an RB7 at Bathurst. You know, Red Bull's known for doing cool stuff. But for some reason, this event, they didn't really do anything insane, you know? Like, imagine if they did in Times Square or flew the car in or something. It was just like a corporate event in New York. It was really weird. Yeah, it was cool that it was done in New York, but when you hear New York, you hear Red Bull, I guess everyone just expected it to be something super crazy.
From sea to shining.
Like that. They should have fucking done that through Times Square, imagine. The Red Bull drip is so, like that Red Bull bucket hat is so clean.
So let's start with you, Eileen.
Oh my god, the fucking earrings, dude. Yeah, so this is really weird. Okay, here we go. How long was that? It was 11 minutes of just talking to the Red Bull athletes. And don't get me wrong, I think cutting to the Red Bull athletes quickly, showing them and being like, yo, it's so good to be at the event would have been fine. But 11 minutes talking to athletes at a Red Bull racing event, it was a bit weird. It was a bit odd. And then I saw this clip. I feel bad for Mans. He was clearly nervous, you know, on a big stage.
Inviting. It's like it welcomes people to what is the word? It's like pretty much getting
involved with the sport.
Yeah, like we have kids.
Right? He was clearly nervous. Obviously, he's a Red Bull athlete, but I don't know how much he knows about Formula One. And when you've got someone like that coming onto a Red Bull racing stream and having to talk about Formula One or whatever, it must be nerve-wracking as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, if I had to do the opposite, if I, a Formula One creator interested in Formula One, had to go on a fucking Red Bull skiing interview and like talk about skiing, I'd be shitting my pants because I don't know what to say. I don't know anything about fucking skiing. You know what I mean? So it's always awkward. It's always going to be awkward if you bring people like that on. But I did see some people on Twitter and stuff saying like it was a good insight into the other athletes. Anyways, we cut back to this and then we got some announcements finally. Now this announcement was cool. The Mr. Doodle part was, you know, more like a visually cool. They should rock a livery like this. This should be the testing livery. Oh, I wonder if Red Bull's going to have a testing livery this year.
Well, this is very much about getting the fans involved in the livery and the look of the car. So for the 3 US races that we have this year, for the first time ever, we're going to get the fans involved to create the livery for those 3 races. It's going to be a competition.
Cool. That's very, very cool. The reason why I like it is because a lot of teams have been doing special liveries, but they've been doing it for sponsors, which is fine. You know, money's money and the sponsors pay for those special liveries, but they're just dog shit. Like, look at McLaren's special liveries the last 2 years with the vape company and the other company, I forgot. They're just meh liveries, you know what I mean? McLaren's Golf livery was fucking sick. That was sponsor based, but it was also cool because it was a retro livery. For Red Bull's one with Honda was fucking sick, but like, you know, Williams, their special livery, even Haas's special, it's just nothing special. So actually allowing the fans, I think it's cool. You know, the fans will create something good. And I hope whoever's picking the livery design actually picks like a really, really cool one. Red Bull did shoot themselves in the foot a little bit. You know, they're saying it's better to not say anything and over deliver than talk it up and under deliver. And in this case, they put this out. And I remember my friends were like, oh my God, they're going to actually be doing a new livery. Blank canvas. They must be doing a new livery this year. Like, oh, I hope they bring back the blue. And I'm sitting there, obviously the week before the event, I knew like some of the stuff that was happening at the event. and I knew about the livery competition, and I was like, oh no, like people in Discord and my friends are like thinking that this means that there's going to be a new livery. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here knowing that this is because of the livery competition. And like the livery competition is actually really, really cool. And it was like people got their expectations so high for a new livery that the actual cool announcement about the livery competition kind of went under the radar. And like, yeah, it's a cool announcement regardless. I'm keen to see what the special livery at Miami is going to look like.
Daniel Ricciardo.
She literally said Daniel Ricciardo, and everyone thought she said Ricciardo. She said Ricciardo because she's fucking Mexican. Look at this. New Red Bull reserve driver and Aussie hero Daniel Ricciardo was referred to as Daniel Ricciardo. Like, what? She didn't even say that. She said Ricciardo. Oh my God, my brain hurts. My brain hurts. Journalism is just so bad. The red that goes down the side, I actually really like that. Rather than it just being plain navy, having a little bit of a design to it. And then they kind of like announced it out of nowhere, but you can see me. Yeah, I'm there. That's B and Ellie, and then I'm right there behind that flame. There I am there. Look, there I am. Getting my hair singed off by the fucking flames. And then we saw the car and we're all just like, wait. It's the exact same as last year. I arrived at the event early, myself and Ellie, and we saw the car sitting there on the stage, and we were like, is that the new car? I can't tell. And I was like, wait, there's a rocket logo. That's new. That's a new sponsor. Is that? No, don't tell me that's the new car. And then we found out later, that was the new car. So yeah, I see a lot of people hating, man. I love the Red Bull livery. It's one of the best liveries in the entirety of Formula One. It's such a dominant looking car. I don't expect teams to change their livery every single year. Yes, it would have been nice to have a little bit of a change. People are like hating on them for not changing, but like it's expected, right? It's expected. I was more just in shock that it was the exact same with just one new logo, and I think they added some red here somewhere. No, here they added some red there, and that was like the only difference. But yeah, it was more funny to me that we spent like so long trying to work out, is it the old car or the new car? Because it was literally identical. My hand touched that wheel. I thought this part of the reveal was cool with like the fireworks and stuff like that and the lighting. But yeah, to give my thoughts, I mean, look, same livery as last year. I absolutely love the Red Bull livery. I've always loved the Red Bull livery. I think it looks fucking fantastic on this new regulation of car. If they had have done some epic event and it was the same car and livery, no one would care. Everyone would be like, oh, same livery, but that was a cool event. Or if it had been a brand new livery and a brand new car and this event, it would have been fine. It was just the fact that it was like a standard event and the same livery. And it was like, what? Red Bull's known for putting on such insane events. So for them to do this, it didn't feel Red Bull. Being in New York City definitely was Red Bull like. I mean, it's not much really to say about the livery, right? I mean, it's the same as last year. It's fucking hot. So the biggest part of the event that I was most excited for, I was like, okay, I'm so fucking excited for the Ford announcement. But it was unfortunate because it got leaked. The week leading up to the event, it got leaked. You know, reports coming out early. Even Formula One posted the announcement half an hour before the event. I don't know if it was on purpose or an accident, but yeah, the Ford announcement, I was in shock. A week before the event, I was in a call with some Red Bull staff. We're talking about the event and what we're doing and getting sent out there, and they were telling us what we're going to be doing for the event. And one of the guys just out of nowhere dropped, we're announcing that we're partnering with Ford for 2026. And now I'm a huge Formula One fan, as you guys know, and I love to keep up to date with the news. And all I'd seen in the headlines is Porsche, Audi, Honda. And then out of nowhere, I'm on the Zoom call and I'm getting told that Ford's partnering with Red Bull. I was in shock. My jaw was hanging on the ground. I was so excited. I was like, I don't know if I could keep it in for the whole week. And then it started to leak and leak and leak. And by the time the event came around, unfortunately, everyone knew that Ford was partnering with Red Bull. But like, I just wish everyone had that same reaction that I had to the announcement of like being in shock. What the fuck? Ford's coming back to Formula One with Red Bull? Because yeah, to me, it was super surprising. When I first got told the news, I was like, Ford, okay, that's weird. Because again, I didn't expect them. But then when you think about it, Ford is just such a big part of motorsports, multiple motorsports as well. It's such a high level. It makes a lot of sense. Now with America being pushed hard in Formula One as well, Ford being an American company, Red Bull obviously didn't want to sell any or much stake of the team itself, and Ford didn't want to buy any stake of the team. They're literally just partnering, being engine partners, because obviously Red Bull isn't a car manufacturer. And I think this is a great partnership. I think it's great for Ford, great for Red Bull, it's great for Formula One. It's great for everyone. I think everyone wins. The only person who loses out is Honda. You've got Honda on the side of the car. You've got Honda on the jerseys, yet all everyone's talking about is Ford. With Ford being blue, it just suits the Red Bull livery so well. I sprinted to the other side of the stage to try and film this.
Here he comes. As you can see.
Yeah, the livery's so clean with the Ford branding on it. Wait, there I am. You can see me. There's my camera there. There I am there. Look at me. Because I knew the car was going to come out that side, so I just sprinted the other way. Then Jim came on. He actually did a good speech. This is embarrassing.
Can you please extend a huge welcome to the head of Formula One himself, Mr. Stefano Domenicali. I don't see him coming, but he is here. He's here somewhere.
He was there.
Is Stefano coming?
Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Is it Stefano?
He's on the way.
Yeah. Okay, he's coming. He's coming.
He's hiding.
Yeah.
How's
You
it
hope
happen?
to
How's
be
it
an
happen?
ear
Anyways, he
and
never
give
comes
some
on
insight.
stage. I mean, I pretty much said everything I wanted to say about the event. I don't think this is typical for Red Bull. You know, we know Red Bull is such a big, aggressive brand that loves to put on cool events. Livery-wise, I mean, it's fucking hot. Get to see the sexy car again out on track. It just sucks, man, that the fucking Ford shit was leaked. Like, that would have been such a hype announcement that would have left everyone shocked. It just sucks that it got leaked so early.
I was young and broken when I met you that night. Should've known you were something